Okay, so I finished the body of the hat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the yarn, go all the way around it, and then I'm going to cut. I'm going to put the end of this through the needle. Sometimes it's hard because it's so thick. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna go to where we ended, and we're gonna go, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the needle and slip it through and just pull up. We're gonna do this, we're gonna go all the way around. And then as we do it, we can actually, start pulling the yarn up. So starting where we pulled the yarn through, and we can start pulling it tight as we're doing this. We're almost there, Jake. I know Jake's bored. So what we just did is called casting off. Now we're going to pull this tight. So you pull it tight so you have your hat. We talked about, this was in the beginning, this was that extra piece that kind of, it started around this loop and then we wove it in. So I have this little extra piece, so I'm just gonna kind of bring it through the bottom here if I can, but it's all frayed, so it's hard. So I'm just kind of bringing it through, just to kind of get it in there, and then I'm just gonna snip these little weird edges off. Okay, so you getting the hat, bud? Okay, so you pull it tight, so that's what the top of the hat will look like. But what we're gonna do is we're going to take your needle with your yarn in it, pull it as tight as you can, and then we're gonna go this way, and then I'm gonna turn the hat inside out to make sure we've closed that hole, which when it's thick yarn like that, it's kind of hard to close it all the way, but if you pull it really tight, you can do it. And we're just gonna weave it a couple times in this yarn here. Okay, and so lastly then, we'll pull it through, and I'm gonna pull it through again, just to kind of make a knot. I just do this a couple times to make sure it's secure. Just make a knot a couple times. Excuse me. And I'll cut it. Okay, so our hat is finished, except now we're gonna put the pom-pom on. So if you look, there should be a hook with your pom-pom. And weave your extra yarn through there. And then you just put one end of the yarn through the hat, and then your other end of the yarn on the other side of the top of the hat, where the hole is, or where the hole was. Okay, so now we're going to turn it inside out again. And it's really simple to secure this, because now since we have the two ends, all we have to do is tie it. So we just tie it tight so it doesn't flop around. And then I just knot it a couple times, make sure it's going to be secure. And just cut it. All right, so we are complete. Here's our hat with our brim. I did make the brim a little bigger than I usually do, but we got our pom-pom and we are finished.